Okay, next step is our apples. Okay, so either a knife or a peeler, whatever you've got at home, okay. We're going to take the skin off, so we're just peeling. I know some of you find it easier using a knife and working it around. It's just whatever's easier. If you've got children, maybe it's easier they use a peeler. If you've got a peeler, if not, just be careful if you're using a knife. Okay, so we get to here, nice peeled apple, and I'm just going to place it in a pan at the moment. I'm not going to do anything with it, it's just to put it somewhere out of the way, so it's not rolling around, it's not in the way. I'm going to peel the second one. These are nice Bramley apples. And these are grown quite locally as well, so British product, very tasty. Not so much an eater apple, this has to be cooked, because they're quite bitter, quite sour. Can upset your stomach if you're just eating them raw. And that's why the other brands like Cox or Braeburn or Granny Smith, Golden Delicious, far better to eat straight away when they're ripe. I think Braeburn's probably my favourite, but we've got these Bramleys. Okay, we've peeled them. Let's get rid of that peel. So, into the bin with that. That's gone. And the next step is going to be to chop up our apples, okay? Easiest way to do this. Sharp knife, and we're going to cut it in half. What we'll see is you've got a core in there, we want to get rid of that. So I'm going to cut it in half again so we get quarters. And the easiest way now is just to slice out the core. So I've just taken that piece out, alright? Taking that piece out as well. So you should end up with 4 big pieces. Each one we've sliced that core out, so you're just left with a nice apple. We'll do that with the other apples as well, so we'll do all of them at once. So I'm just slicing the top and the tail off, we call it in the industry. Okay, then in half. In half again, and then we cut the core out very carefully, cutting the core out. There we go. So all those core bits, they can go away. We're just left with that really nice juicy apple. Okay, in half again to get our quarters. Slice out the core, slice out the core, slice out the core. This would be similar if you were using a pear or something like that as well. Okay, now we've got all our quarters. We're going to chop these up into chunks, okay? So each one, cut them in half. So we've got 2 pieces. Turn them around and then cut them into 3 pieces. So you end up, with 6 pieces now. About that size. I'm going to drop them into a pan, whatever pan you've got, okay, into there. So again, show you again, we're going to cut through this piece in half, turn it around, slice, slice, 6 pieces, in half, turn it around, slice, slice. And we're going to do that until we've done all the apples. Again, just be really careful. I'm really looking forward to this. As I said, it's one of my favourite desserts, apple crumble. And we're just looking at all the pieces are roughly the same size, because that means they will all cook together at the same time, okay? So you're not getting any hard bits and soft bits. Okay, you should also have a lemon in your box, right? So what we're going to do is slice the lemon in half. We're going to pour the lemon over the apples, okay? And you might wonder why. This is going to have a little bit of flavour, but also going to keep those apples nice colour. They're not going to go brown, they're going to be a nice colour, and that's the acid in the lemon. To stop any pips going in, I'll squeeze it through my hands, okay? So all the juice comes through, but the pips stay in your hands, okay? So good tip there. Pips in the bin. One more squeeze. Big squeeze. Half an apple will probably do, okay? And then we've got that 1 spoon of sugar we saved from before, and that is going to go on our apples. And the recipe also asks for 1 spoon worth of water, okay? So just measure a spoon out. Okay, I'm going to put another half a spoon in there. And that is now ready to go on the stove.